Early access is next week on Wednesday. Early access is next week. Yeah, you have a little time to brew still. Feeling better today? Not really, man. Life is just kind of shit. But I appreciate you showing up. Well, I'm really, really tired today. I got like 2 hours of sleep, so we get to go over spoilers together. Hello. Hi. We get some spoilers to go on today. And a lot of them. There's been a lot over the weekend and Friday that we did not go over, so we're going to go over this, and it's probably going to take like a half an hour-ish again, and then we have some standard deck lists to look at, and then it was funny, Buff, you were posting a deck list of something I wanted to try out today, so it's kind of funny. I'm like, oh, you posted exactly what I was looking at. I guess I'm going to play that. I'm pretty sure we're going to start with a legendary. Do not worry about it. Well, we got a 4/4 legendary for 5. Flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile another target non-land, non-token permanent. Return the card to the battlefield under its control at the beginning of the next end step. Just a 4/4 flyer, blink for 5. Might be good for draft, but that's about it. We got Super Villain Lockup. This is new passivism flash. When it enters, exile target tap creature opponent controls until this enchantment leaves. Oh, sorry, it's not passivism. It's kind of like Steam Rip, but it says target tap creature, so I wonder how many people are going to make mistakes during draft to realize it says tapped and they mess up. Practice offense bunny list that made it a high mythic. Sure, why not? Yo, Mime, how you doing, buddy? Avengers Under Siege for 4 mana. Saga. Create 2/1 black villain creature tokens with menace. This deals 2 damage to each non-token villain creature and each opponent. And create a treasure token for each villain you control. It's okay. For 4 mana and only does 2 damage to everything is kind of ass. The level 3 is not really a game breaker, so I don't know how much this is going to see play. Could be good in draft. That's about it. White Tiger. 2/2 for 2. Power up for 6. Put a 1/1 counter on White Tiger and create the Tiger God of 4/4. Legendary 4/4 green cat god creature tiger with Tiger God can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. I mean, sure, limited. If you have nothing to do with your mana, might be good. 2/2 for 2 is not the worst. Meh. Night Nurse, 2/1 for 2. Flash, lifelink. Whenever Night Nurse enters, choose target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there anywhere this turn. Return it to your hand. I mean, that seems cool. Human Doctor Hero, another legendary. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the worst. How are you, Mime? Fructos for 6. Spell costs 2 less if you control a vehicle, which is really funny. Fructos deals full damage to any target. I don't know how many vehicles we have seen so far, but decent removal. Just for limited. I like it. It says, no, I love tacos at the bottom for the Hulk. That's kind of funny. I've been seeing a lot of shit all weekend long about this card. So Sword and Fire Ice is on the bonus sheet. It's funny that they have this is a screenshot of fucking YouTube with the likes and dislikes there. And yeah, I'm gonna ask you to make a sword of fire and ice, and then you make this. It's a patriotic shield. A lot of people are really unhappy with this art because it has nothing to do with a sword. Well, patriotic shield, sword of fire and ice. Cool. It's getting a reprint. It's getting kind of expensive, but the internet has been pissed off about this card all weekend. It's kind of dumb. Moonstone, Harsh Mistress, a 2/4 for 4. Flying, whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. That seems really sweet. There's been a lot of like villain and black discard effects, so this might be really good. You can definitely get some synergy going here. Doing all right. Summer break just started, so your daughter's home. Work is tough because you want to hang out with your daughter and not work. I get it. Narset Reversal. This is a really good reprint. Copy target insert sorcery spell and return it to an owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. You can cast this on your own stuff. It's I think this only had like 1 printing before, maybe 2. I hate this art, but it's a good reprint. Kid Loki, 1/1 for 1. The reprint is goated, but the art is dog trash. Each creature control that you've put 1 or more 1/1 counters on in this turn is hexproof. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Kid Loki. So a lot of people have been talking about this card. A way to like abuse this is going to be really good in Commander. If you can get this rolling, could be a decent Commander, like a counter kind of Commander. I don't know. Some people are hyped about this. This might have opportunity. Depends how much card draw we see that's in this set. I get it, it's legitimate Karmic art from real Marvel and Classics art. I was just stating that a lot of people are unhappy because it's supposed to be Sword of Fire and Ice, not this. Just talking about what I've seen a lot of the people mad upset over the weekend. I don't care. Yeah, it's a good reprint to have. It's an expensive card. Wonder Man Hollywood Hero. It's a 4/4 for 5. Flying, each power-up ability of permanents you control can be activated additional time. Sure. So far, the power-up ability hasn't been really strong, so I'm not excited about this, but 4/4 flyer for 5 has been decent for draft in the past. Cool. Vivid Vision, 2/2 for 3. Flying, cybernetic senses. Whenever Vivid Vision attacks, draw a card if her power is 4 or greater, and then for 7 mana, put 2 1/1 counters on Vivid Vision. It's a lot to start drawing cards. I mean, if this goes unchecked, that would be sweet. I don't know how many... Again, there hasn't been that many counters that we've seen for draft perspective. I don't know how good it's going to be, but... Again, if you're just top decking, you have a lot of mana in the mid game. There you go. Work is tough. I'm sorry. Black Widow Super Spy, a 2/1 for 2. Menace. It's a mythic. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may put a 1/1 counter on Black Widow. If you don't, you may cast the exile non-land card until end of turn, and mana of any type can spend on this spell. It's kind of okay. At least it has Menace. I don't know what kind of deck this would go in right now. It doesn't feel powerful on the surface, but I guess... if you hit a good spell and you can cast it, it might be fun and shenanigans, but we needed something like, you know, it's trying to be a Ragavan, but it's not even close to a Ragavan. Yo, Krim, thank you for the like. What up, buddy? Like if it made a treasure and helped you ramped or something, as a 1/1 counter just seems unintuitive. And for 2 mana, I don't know how much splash this is going to make, but it's in red for the first time, or it's in black. We haven't seen in standard, which might be okay. Cloak and Dagger Entwine, 2/2 for 3. Death Touch Lifelink. When Cloak and Dagger enters, choose target opponent up to 1 target creature they control. They reveal their hand. You may exile a non-land card from their hand or the chosen creature until Cloak and Dagger leave the battlefield. That's kind of cute. How would this work? Is this the correct wording? If you blink this creature, then the card is gone forever. Does anyone in chat know? I forgot how specific the wording has to be. What's a common magic card? Magic. Like what? Spell Queller? How does Spell Queller read? Spell Queller reads is exile target spell mana value 4 less. When this creature leaves the battlefield, the exile card may be cast that card without paying its mana cost. Oh, no, that's not it. What is the one spell? Well, we can look right now. Hold on. I know there's one other one in standard right now that's Mardu colors. We played on the stream before. The 3-drop. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose Narland. When you do, exile that card. When this creature leaves the battlefield. Okay, so I'm reading this. You may exile target Narland. No, it's in the same sentence, so it's not going to work because you can't really blink it. Because it's hoping you can blink it, because this needs you may exile non-land card from their hand or the chosen creature. And it should be a period. In fact, it's not a period and it's still ongoing until, so it doesn't work that way. You can't bring it in and blink it, and then the card you take will be gone forever. Unfortunate, but... Hawkeye's Bow, 1 red. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has reach. Whenever equipped creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's kind of cute. I don't know how many like tap effects that there are. I wonder, can we crab rave this? What do you guys think? We can be in like historic, you know, whenever a creature becomes tapped, and then you can untap it for 1 mana. Could we make a combo deck out of this? Could be fun. They've learned their lesson from Oblivion Ring. I mean, that's not true because they have cards like that in Standard right here. They have Severance Priest. They're just trying to make us not have fun anymore. Anyways. We could maybe try to combo off with Hawkeye's Bow. Tap target creature, untap target creature. I don't know. Ninja the Hand, 2/2 for 3. Death Touch. Power up for 5. Each opponent discards a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It's not bad that it actually interacts with your opponent rather than just doing a 1/1 counter, like most power-ups have been so far. Yo, Bruce, thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Right, this might be a really good common for limited. When we play Severance Priest, we tried on this stream. War Machine, Legacy of Iron. It's a 1/3 for 3. Flying. At the beginning of combat of your turn, another target creature you control gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is War Machine's power. Again, maybe might be good for limited, but whatever. Savage Land Dinosaur. It's a 7/6 for 6. Trample basic land cycling. Just a solid card if you're green for limited. So pretty much our 6/6 trample boy got an upgrade. They say power creep isn't real. Power creep isn't real. Hulking Burgeoning Bruiser, 2/3 for 3, Vigilance. Whenever another creature you control enters, if it has greater power of toughness than Hulkling, put a 1/1 counter on Hulkling. So just call it Evolve. Call it Evolve. Might be okay for Constructed. Or not for Constructed, for Draft. We'll see. Undercover Scroll, a 1/1 for 2. As long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature gets +2/+2 in all creature type. And add 1 mana of any color. I mean, it's cool. There's usually, in the last several sets, there's always been a 2-drop mana dork. And then this one can actually get bigger, but it's solid for green. Bullseye Death Dealer, 2/3 for 3. When enters, sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. When you do, it does 2 damage to any target. Hey, look. There's Jayslayer. If you want more dumb stuff to put in weapons manufacturing. I don't think it's good, but it's funny. For 3 mana, sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. Does 2 damage to any target. This might be good in the right deck for limited. I like this kind of stuff. Mr. Hyde, Monster Within, 2/2 for 3. Beginning your upkeep, choose 1. Put a 1/1 counter on Mr. Hyde, or remove a counter from a creature you control if you do draw a card. That's cool. I read what I wanted to read and became what I wanted to become. Okay. I like this kind of card. I think this will be good for Constructed. I don't know if the format's going to be slow enough to let this card really like snowball out of control, but at least get card advantage. Might be good. Hero in Training, 2/2 for 3. When this creature enters, draw a card. If you control another hero, you gain 2 life. That's not bad. There's always 3-drop cards that replace themselves. Is always decent, especially as a common. It could be a decent blocker. I wish it had more toughness, but you know, a 3-drop that replaces itself always is a decent draw in limited. Visions of Love, 2 mana instant. You may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Ooh, there you go. Love transcends all barriers. That's cool. You might want to put 1 to 2 Iron Man suits though. We'll see. We'll see when we get that far. Ooh, there's another vehicle. Dependable Quinjet. It's a 3/3 for 3. Hey, it's not legendary. Finally have something that's not legendary, chat. Flying, mana rock, add 1 mana, any color, and crew 4. That's actually not bad as a common. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this will see play outside. I like that it's a mana rock on 3 that can crew and attack. It might be okay for Pauper. I don't know. I don't know. Ghost Spectral Saboteur, 2/2 for 3. Flash, Ghost can't be blocked. Sweet. I could see this being a playable card, especially if you can pump it up at all. I do not know. I do not know. Hopefully the music is not too loud today. It's just tavern music again. Panther Pounce. Instant 1 speed. Target player investigates. Target creature gets +1/+0 and flying until end of turn. Untap it. Oh, that's cool. So, I mean, it doesn't give... it doesn't draw immediately, but it ups the artifact count because you make a clue. And you get to untap it, so it could be good combat trick. I don't know how many people are going to play this as a combat trick because it's really low power, but it might be something. This annoying, yes, we've talked about that before, Kami. This set will be annoying to draft with all legendaries. This set has multiple glaring problems, just like Spider-Man had, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had, and so many legendary. I think every creature in here, but like 3 artifacts are legendaries so far. Atlantis Attacks. It's 7 mana, sorcery, teamwork. Target player creates a 6/5 blue Leviathan creature token with hexproof, and or return target 1 or 2 target all that purpose or set. This card looks like trash. For 7 mana, garbage. Even if it is a common, I don't think I will ever play that card. So, anyways, Vision Quest. Sorcery X, blue-red. Search your library and our graveyard for an artifact creature card with mana value X or less and put it on the battlefield with X additional 1/1 counters on it. If X is 4 or greater, it gains haste until end of turn. You search your library this way, shuffle. Huh. I don't know what creature that has 4 or greater with haste, but that's kind of sick, especially if you have enough mana. Maybe this is worth playing around. I don't know. Hi, Seagoat. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hi. We're planning to go away from United Battlefront in the new build, so it's going to look different. Ah, cool. Look forward to seeing what you're trying to do. I love United Battlefront, though. Crowded True Believers. This can go into weapons, I guess. Crowded True Believers, 1/2 for 1. Hey, this is the one non-legendary we were talking about. Target creature control that is attacking alone gets +1/+0 until end of turn. You gain 1 life. Just okay for like mono white aggro. I'm doing. How are you, Seagoat? Kingpin Enforcer, another non-legendary. Look at that. It's a 2/3 for 3. Lifelink, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw a card. That's solid common for the artifact deck. They reprinted Lightning Strike. Sweet. Always going to be in standard for the rest of eternity, I guess. There's been a lot of flash stuff that we have to be aware of for Constructed. Super strength for 5. It's an aura. Enchanted creature gets +4/+4 and has trample and ward 1. See Hulk strong. Strongest there is. I don't know how much play this is going to be because generally in the past, auras don't do much because the creature will just die right away and then you get 2 for 1. So we'll see if like maybe a 1 of in the green deck has a high-end finisher. I don't know. One of my favorite card games got a huge announcement this week. Ooh, which one? What happened? Do power for 3. The spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. So for 1 blue, target creature gets -1, -4, -0 until end of turn. Draw a card. It's a sweet combat trick. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of combat tricks. Of course, most of these are just commons and uncommons. Mostly will stay in limited, but anything cool so far that's going in Zora's Flash High Noon? No. There was one card that looked cool, but it didn't have Flash. We will see, though. We're still going. As you see the scroll baller over here on the far right, we got a lot of stuff to go through today before we even start playing Standard. I'm sorry if this is boring. Good to be kept up on things. Crimson's Operative, 3/2 for 4, Prowess. When this creature enters, exile the top card of your library until end of your next turn, play that card. Sweet. This kind of stuff has been printed before, and it's always a fantastic high pick. The fact that it has Prowess when in the past 3/2s that had this ability didn't have any other effects, so this is going to be a good pick. Chaotic. It's getting bought back in October at 15 years being upheld in a legal loophole. Hey! Fuck yeah, that's awesome, Seagoat. Should all play it together. Swordsman, Sharp Scoundrel, 2/2 for 2. Whenever another villain you control enters, tap up to 1 target equipment you control the target creature you control. Okay. Whenever equipped creature you control attacks, it connives. This is a decent uncommon. I don't know really black equipment decks in the past and like Commander and stuff, but having an automatic free equip enchantment has always been pretty decent if you can get the right stuff. So this is not a bad uncommon. And then just your normal common life gain tap lands. Free Sentinel, 5/5 for 5, reach, basic land cycling. Not bad because it has land cycling. Besides this, a 5/5 for 5 with reach is kind of ass. Web Up. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until enchantment. So it's just an O-ring for 3 mana. Cool. Agent of Atlas. Hey, look, we're back in New York. 2 for 2 with Prowess. Cool. Maybe Popper can like this. I don't know. Serpent Specialist, a 1/1 for 1, Death Touch power up to 1/1 counters on this creature. It's okay. I mean, it's a 1/1 Death Touch for 1, which always clogs up the board. That's been helpful in the past. Like, for example, in Edge of Eternity, there's the black Death Toucher 1/1 for 1, and that always makes the board game slow down. So this will probably do the same thing. Wakandan Royal Guard, 4/4 for 5, Vigilance. When this enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. If that creature is another hero, put 2 counters on it instead. Just not... I mean, not bad. Unfortunately, it says... Fortunately, what? It can put 1 on counter on itself because it's a 5/5 for 5. Vigilance, whatever. But if you put it on another hero, it gets 2 1/1s. I mean, it's okay. It's just like that red card earlier. It's just okay. Really cool card game is way ahead of its time. Yeah, I've actually never heard of the game Chaotic. So, if it comes with your high regard, I look forward to it. Surveillance Room with Slant Ender Surveil. Add 1, and then it's just a mana filter. There's not bad lands for limited. This set is looking like it's definitely going to be like a 1 or 2 color kind of limited. We're not going to have like the soup stuff that we have in the current our current draft environment. So Rick Jones, Destined Sidekick, a 0/3 for 1. Mill 4 cards. You may put a hero enchantment card among those cards into your hand. It's not really that good. Costs 3 mana to... I guess it's a decent blocker early on. You have nothing to do, you can maybe find something. The downside is if you don't hit anything on those 4 cards, you just milled yourself. And your deck is small to begin with. And it goes in your hand. Meh. 3 Commandos, 2/1 for 3, Flying, Vigilance, Prowess. Decent common. It has flying. It can pump. I could see like a mono white Prowess deck doing really good so far. Frozen in Ice for 3. When this Or enters tapped enchanted creature, and enchanted creature loses all abilities, can't be untapped. I mean, that's important, loses all abilities, and can't be untapped, so cool. Not a bad card. Visions of Villainy for 3 mana. Cost 1 less if you control a villain, draw 2 cards and lose 1 life. I mean, draw 2 cards and lose 2 life at instant speed? We don't have very many of those. That's a pretty strong effect. And if you have a villain, it costs 2. That's pretty good. This card seems pretty strong. Because usually this is at sorcery speed. I like it. I don't know if this will see constructed play in a villain deck, or even maybe a control deck, because drawing 2 cards and losing 2 life at instant speed still doesn't hurt at instant speed. And control decks don't really have that in black right now. Pet Avengers. Granted, I guess a control deck, most of the time right now you're going to be playing blue, and there's just way better card draw in blue. Unless you're, if you're playing like a Mardu control deck. Not bad. Pet Avengers, 4/4 for 4. Reach, power up for 7. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature and create a 2/1 white hero creature token vigilance. That's, again, another one of these cards. I'm not excited about this power up mechanic. Just not exciting to me, but a 4/4 for 4 with reach, not the worst. I am Iron Man. 3 mana until end of turn. Target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying, and it replaces itself. Not bad. It's a common. I don't know if this will see play in Pauper because it's too expensive and there's way better things going on. But this is a cute combat trick that we could see at a limited. I said it replaces itself because it's a separate text. Even if the artifact or creature disappears, you will still draw a card because it's separate text, which is nice. Machinesmith Automaton, 2/2 for 3. Trample. Whenever another artifact you control enters, put 1 counter on this creature. Sweet. We've seen mechanics like this in the past, but they're at 2 mana, and they felt really good in the red decks. I don't know about 3 mana, but we'll see. We'll see. This could definitely have a home if you have a good artifact deck. Nicest person I met on Arena just let me win my janky treasure token fireball deck in Historic to get the sack 6 permanents and win the game achievement. Yeah, shout out to whoever let Kami just do some stupid shit. Ultron Drone, 2/3 for 3, power up 6, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature and create a 2/2 colorless robot villain artifact creature token. Sure, just saying what we talked about. Power up hasn't been exciting. Doing more than just 1/1 counters has been nice. I don't know how much play this will get outside of limited. Team Tactics, instant for 2 teamwork. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. If the spell was cast using teamwork, that creature also gains trample until end of turn. Interesting. Instant speed, double strike. Do I have all the achievements yet? I don't know. Probably not. Let's see. I need to play like more alchemy and shit. Is probably it. I have almost all of them. Let's see. Need to play alchemy. Need to play alchemy. Need to play pioneer. Need to play pioneer. Need to play timeless. Need to play timeless. And 25 midweek magics. So pretty much play Arena for a year. Yeah, if you play, you can get that achievement with the weapons deck by just sacking everything. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, moving on. She-Hulk, Jade Defender, 4/4 for 4, reach trample, power up for 6, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, and then 1/1 counter. I mean, okay. That's a 4/4 for 4, reach and trample. This might be C play, and limited might be a higher pick. I'm definitely not picking this early though. Yeah, pretty much just the pure just play a ton of games in a format that I don't really play. Is the ones I'm missing. Burrow Backup for 5 mana, sorcery, unfortunately. Create 2 3/2 white hero tokens with vigilance, and then basic land cycling. That's nice that as land cycling makes it a better pick as a common, but sorcery speed make these 2 small heroes. I don't know how strong that's going to be. I haven't seen much like token triggered abilities so far, so they're just going to be tokens with no upside. Aim Labs, another common tap, gain life, dual land. Aurelia the War. Oh, Aurelia got reprinted on the bonus sheet as Monica the Marvel. Cool. That's a good reprint. I know Aurelia was getting kind of expensive. Unliving Legionnaire, 3/2 for 4. Ugh. Flying, power up, return target 1 creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I wish this was on the battlefield, but this is the second 4-drop we've seen that has pay a certain amount of mana to have a Grave Digger kind of effect. The fact that it doesn't do it right away and it costs 7 to bring a creature back is kind of ass. So I don't know how slow this format's going to be. Stolen Stark Tech. 2 mana, artifact, flash, equipment. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Equip creature gets +1/+0 and equip for 1. This is gonna kill a lot of people and yo, what the hell? What up? I don't know what that was, but what up? Yeah, this is gonna kill a lot of people. There's been a lot of flash gimmick stuff in this set so far, more than previous sets for limited, and this still might be good for like commander. Flash, give a creature indestructible. Unfortunately, it's still, yeah, it just scared me. I haven't heard anyone do Thomas the Tank Engine in a while. It makes it really bad though because it's only until end of turn. If this gave a creature indestructible whenever it was equipped, that would make this card amazing. This won't see standard play. Not bad though. Not a bad common. Spider-Man to the rescue. 3/2 for 3. Flash, Vigilance, Reach. No one dies. When Spider-Man enters, you may tap him. When you do, another target non-attacking creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. A lot of flash shenanigans. Alright. This one's pretty good. For an uncommon. Will be definitely a good card for limited. Or if anything, it's just a 3/2 flash for 3. Not bad. Volcanic Villain, 3/2 for 3. A non-legendary. What? This isn't legendary either. What? 3/2 for 3 haste, and then power up to 1/1 counters for 6. Just kind of mid for a common. Might not be bad though, because it is a common. We haven't seen 3 drop with haste do anything explosive, so we'll see how it does in limited. Decoy Ploy for 2. Choose one or both. Return target villain card from your graveyard to your hand, and or return target hero card from your graveyard to your hand. 2 mana instant speed. That's not bad. That is not bad as a common. Like, we've seen a lot of commons in the past be like 4 mana to do this kind of effect, but for 2 mana at instant speed, that's pretty good. It'd be a great pickup for I guess in the last set there was the 3 mana sorcery speed, return up to 2 creatures from the graveyard to your hand. But the fact it's 1 less and at instant, pretty good pickup. Stark Industries Executive, it's a 1/2 for 1. 2 mana, create a treasure token. Not bad. Play this on turn 1, start ramping. Not a bad card at all. Not a bad card at all. Can up the artifact count too. I like this card. Raft Security Officer, 1/3 for 2. Tap target creature for 2 mana. This build would cost 1 less to activate it if it targets a creature with power 3 or less. Sweet. We've seen cards like this in the past that usually a 1-drop, however. And usually costs like 1 mana to tap stuff, but this might be okay. This definitely will see him. Decent pickup for a common in limited. Super Suit. Whoa, risque. Showing off the hand there. Whoa. For 2 mana flash, when this enters, attached to 1 target creature control, untap that creature, and equipped creature gets +1/+2. Another decent artifact combat equipment combat trick. Not a bad one. Vibranium Energy Daggers for 1 mana, indestructible. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and equipped for 3. So the equipment is indestructible, not the creature you attach it to. And there's been a few things we've seen today and in these spoilers of getting equipped for free. So this is a decent common. I could see this being taken earlier than most commons would. 2/2 equipped for 3 is not bad. If you're in the right deck. Shield's Spike Hit. For 1 white, equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creatures attacks alone, untap it and scry 1 and equip 1. Again, this is another common equipment. That's not bad. It has some upside when you're attacking more than just +2/+2. And so it's Pseudo Vigilance scry 1. Pretty good early on. You can play one of the many white 1-drops we've seen in a common. Play this on turn 2. Swing for 2 or 3 damage, and you get to scry on turn 2. That's strong. Ant-Man's Army. 3/2 for 3. When this creature enters, create a food token or a treasure token. Not bad common for 3. Taskmaster. This one is what I was wanting to see. The 3/5 for 4. At the beginning of your first main phase, so it has to live a turn. Until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature on the battlefield or creature card in a graveyard. So, you know, there's some sweet creatures we can copy with this. The downside, again, is he has to live a turn. I could see this being a decent commander card. What's important to say is it's a copy of up to 1 target creature on the battlefield or creature card in a graveyard. So it doesn't have to be limited to your graveyard. And I think that's why people, including myself, sees the possibility of this card. Again, it has to live through an entire turn to your next turn to copy something. Which is definitely a big downside. So this is definitely more of a commander card than a standard card. But it has opportunity. Could be fun. We say the Nay. For 2 mana, Teamwork. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 2. Counter that spell unless its controller pays 4 instead of the spell was cast using Teamwork. It's an arcane spell. Well, that's a big deal. And it's a common. This could see Pauper play. The only reason why is because it says arcane on it, and decks like Turbo Fog can splice the arcane on arcane cards. Besides that, the counterspell itself is kind of average. There's one like this currently in standard, which the dragon conditional pay 2 unless you reveal dragon, and that doesn't see much play. I don't know how much play this we'll see. We'll have to be aware of it for draft though. People love these kind of cards in draft. Gorilla. 2/2 for 2. Reach. Sacrifice this creature. Destroy target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Activate only sorcery. Boo. Boo. The fact it's non-creature makes it weak. And then additionally, it has to be sorcery speed. That's a common, I guess. I wanted to make a common thing. So I don't know if this will see Pauper play at all because if it's at sorcery speed. Anyways. Justice Advance Astrovik. It's a 2/2 for 3, flying. When it enters, return up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. Whenever another non-land permanent you control is returned to its owner's hand, put 1 counter on Justice. I mean, again, this is a 3-drop bounce creature. Those have been pretty effective and limited for a long time. You could bounce your own stuff to make this bigger, which is kind of cool. Whereas some of the passes only target creature opponent controls, so this is not a bad uncommon. You can get some ETB going on, like if your opponent has nothing you care about bouncing and you want to get more advantage on your side. Not a bad card. Whiplash, 2/2 for 1 black. Enters tapped, nice. When it attacks, if he attacks equipped, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of equipment attached to him. Sweet. Sweet. Here's a great payoff for the equipment deck that we're looking for. It's a 2/2 for 1 right there alone. It's great for aggro. Maybe we can make a standard deck out of him. You can do like black white with cloud or something and get some equipments going. Wrap yourself in whatever armor you wish. I will shred you apart. Nice. Not bad. Not a bad card. I like the concept of it. Atlantean Cavalry. 3/2 for 3. Vigilance. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put 1/1 counter on this creature. Not bad for a common. I don't know if this will see Pauper play. It's decent. It's a 3/2 for 3. There's not much card draw I've seen so far for a limited perspective. So I don't know how good this card will be. We'll see. Rapid Rescue. 1 green, instant, mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the mill cards into your hand. You gain 2 life. Not bad. We haven't really had a 1 mana instant speed mill something and bring it back. I don't know how much this would see play in older formats, because usually there's a lot of 2-drop mill 4 cards kind of effect with the same effect. It gains 2 life, which is really nice, but I could maybe see this being played in Pauper. This is just like a filler in green if you have nothing else to do. It's instant speed, which is nice. I don't know where this will find a home, if any. Back to the bonus sheet. Don't move. All right, let's bring up TCG Player again. Look at prices. Don't move and Magic the Gathering. Oh, cool. So this is another reprint from the Dinosaur Universes Beyond Jurassic World. So this is a decent reprint because apparently the borderless version of this card is a $343 card. Oh, and when it's emblem, when it has the emblem on it. Yeah, look at this thing. It's not in stock, and the last one was $374. So this is a really good reprint with the embalming, and then the regular one is still $850. You like the art of the Marvel colors, but I don't know if I'll buy packs. I am under the same agreement. I'm not really excited for this set. I mean, it gets nostalgia because they're using actual comic book strips for bonus sheets, but again, it doesn't feel like Magic, and it feels like it shouldn't be in the standard set. I mean, I've gone into that quite a few times. Also, how are you doing, Charlie? Welcome back. Like, don't get me wrong, like the nostalgia and the old school artwork of the comic books, it makes me excited. Like, I like that stuff. It was part of my childhood. But it doesn't make me excited to buy boxes, right? I might, if anything, I'm just going to buy singles. But this just doesn't feel like Magic to me, if that makes sense. Cool that people can like this art. Like someone earlier on TikTok was like, was excited about this. I'm like, cool. I'm okay. I'm surviving. Just like I said, it's just kind of eh. Destroy all tapped creatures until your next turn. Whenever a creature becomes tapped, destroy it. Pretty cool. What about this next one? Cyber Drive Awakener. This is a 6-mana artifact. Other artifact creature control flying. When it enters, each non-creature artifact control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. This is Kamigawa Commander card. It's only like $2. Meh. Avid comic nerd in the Spider-Man set was what got me into Magic. Yeah, right. I came back right at the end because I was excited for Spider-Man. That's when I came back, and Spider-Man put a bad taste in all of our mouths, and look at where we are now. Like this here on the left, Fury of the Horde, that art is fucking sick. Let's be real. This kind of art gets me excited for Magic. That's what we want. I have respect for the old school comic book art like this, but it just doesn't make me excited at all. Cool, 3 steps ahead is getting a reprint, which we didn't need. And then it doesn't feel like Magic, and it feels like it's just you're printing all these cards as slop. I don't know. It's hard to explain, and I'm still trying to find my words. Fury of the Horde. Let's see how much that was. We're just going over spoilers for a bit before I play some Magic. There's a lot of spoilers today to go over. Fury of the Horde was in Cold Snap. It's about $3. Not bad. That art looks cool. I like this art a lot. This makes me more excited to play Magic than this card does. They're both bonus sheets. Rancor got a reprint. Nice. Ancient of Shields, 2/4 for 3. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I mean, we've seen this in the past. It hasn't been that good. In a limited perspective, I don't know how high this is going to be drafted. Sure, it's a common. There's so much comic book art to choose from, and they're making choices. You mean like this choice? What is this doctor with his blocking mechanic fighting off all these Marvel heroes? Why is this the art for 3 steps ahead? They could have done better. Some of their choices are Or interesting. Anyways. Brave Brawler, 2-1 for 2. Lifelink, power up. Okay. Again, these power up cards that don't do anything but add counters to the creature, I don't know if they're going to be that good or not. This can go into like a mono white aggro deck that we've been seeing a lot of those style cards, but I don't know what's going to do. Throwing the worst panel in there is just disrespectful. I think that's an understatement. Some of them have been pretty questionable, the art they chose. There's so many, there's decades of wonderful comic book art, and they're making decisions. Helicarrier Strike for 1 white. It does 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. If this spell was cast using teamwork, it does 4 damage instead. I wish it would just an instant for 1 white does 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. I don't know how well 2 damage would come up. You have to be aware of it, but because teamwork is there, I don't know how good it's going to be. Part of me wonders they randomly scroll Google for art. It kind of feels like that, right? Or who approved of these? Who thought this was a smart idea? Just get one comic book nerd in the room and be like, you could find one of those Marvel nerds from like they're like in their 50s or something, and you'd be like, hey, this is the idea of the card. And he's like, give me 1 second. And he would take him literally seconds to pull up the best comic book panel from like Superman book 73, panel 12 of the second paragraph. And he's just like, bam. He would give you exactly what you're looking for. I don't feel like they consulted actual comic book fans, right? Red Guardian Super Soldier for 3. Flash, another enters, destroy target creature opponent controls that dealt damage this turn. I mean, it's okay. More combat tricks with Flash you have to be aware of. I like the concept. Pick up the shield for 2 mana, put 1/1 counter target creature against lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. If this was 1 mana, it'd be a lot better to see play in Pauper, but it's just going to be one of those combat tricks for limited, and that's it. Aerial Doombot, 1/1 for 1 flying power up. Common at the end game. 1/1 for 1 flying is not bad at itself, and then it becomes a 4/4 in the middle of the like in the mid range game is not bad. Not good, but not bad. It's a common. Bold Biochemist at 1/3 for 2. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature and draw 2 cards for 6 mana. See, these kind of power-ups is what I'm looking forward to. This is a common. What if this like drew a card when you put a counter in it? I want this card more than Aerial Doombot. Sure, this is a evasive, elusive, whatever term, because it has flying. But I don't know. Giant size flying ant, 3/2 for 4. Flash flying. When enters, choose 1. Tap target non-land permanent or untap. More cool combat tricks at common. There's a lot of flash in this set. I don't know how it's gonna change limited, but there's a lot of flash in creatures here. Hydraulic Helper, 2/3 for 2. Defender. Add blue. This mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. A 2/3 for 2 Defender is not bad in its own right. For limited, we'll probably see play. Not like a high pick, but it'll see play. Shield Development Drone, 2/2 for 3 flying. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Not a bad 3-drop. It's an artifact. Makes 3 power, 3 toughness when it comes down. Not bad. I don't know how high a pick it's going to be, but we'll see. Trickster Stratagem. For 4 mana, the owner of target creature opponent controls, put it in their library second from the top or on the bottom. And up to 1 target creature control connives. Not bad. It's sorcery. We've seen in the past that these kind of bounce spells at sorcery doesn't see a lot of play, whereas when they're instant speed, they're a lot better in limited. This won't see play anywhere else but limited. It's nice that a creature connives, so you get some card looting out of it, but the fact that sorcery, yes, so what if it's common? There's been commons at instant speed that does the same thing. We see one of those in, what is it called? In Strixhaven right now, there's one that puts target creature on top of bottom of the library, and if it's attacking, it costs 1 less in instant speed. That card is just leagues ahead and is a really good, highly played card. This is Sorcerer. I don't know if it's going to see play. Or taken at section, or like, sure, it's going to see play, but I don't know if someone's going to draft this early on. Is my point. You guys don't care. I'm just rambling. Agents of Hydra, 1/1 for 2. When it dies, create a 2/1 black villain token creature with menace. Sweet. More sack stuff that can go in the aristocrat style deck. Not really aristocrats, maybe the standard aristocrats, but I think that deck is pretty tuned to its 1-drops and 2-drops that make another creature when it dies. Could see a home. Cruel Alliance, sorcery for 3. Exile target creature, mana value 3 or less. If it was cast using teamwork, instead exile target creature, and you gain 3 life. Not bad. It's unfortunately sorcery speed. This is just solid removal overall. I think this is a good common to pick up in black for limited. Hour Defeat for 4. Destroy target creature, surveil 1 instant speed. Great. Another great black removal for limited. 2 great removals back to back. It is 4 mana, but a lot of 4 mana black removals lately have been solid. So, Hydra Infiltration for 4. When it enters, target opponent discards 2 cards. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I mean, not bad for a 4-drop for limited. I kind of like that card. Hey, maybe this is more discard for the mono black discard deck that tries to be a deck in standard. What do you guys think? Is it because it's 4 mana might be too much? Claw Sonic Subjugator. It's a 2/2 for 3 Sonic attack. When Claw enters, target player reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to 1 plus the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You choose one of them, that player discards a card. I kind of like this because you can take lands. I don't know. I do like cards like this a lot. If anything, your opponent has to discard a card on a body at 3 mana. Decent for limited. Madam Mask, 3/2 for 5. When it enters, she connives. And then whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. This is great because right away she can make a 2/1 black villain when she enters. It's going to be... That is going to be a pretty good uncommon in black. Especially if you can get multiple ways to draw your second card each turn. Not bad. Project Deathlock Soldier. It's a 1/2 for black. 1 black. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. We've seen cards like this in the past be okay. The better ones are return from the graveyard to the battlefield. That are common. I don't know. There's not really much sack effects with upside in limited, so I don't know how good this is going to be. Sure, it's a 1/2 that returns, but that's about it. So far, this is not... I'm not excited for this kind of card based on just what other cards are now showing in the set, if that makes sense. Red Room Recruit, 1/2 for 2. When enter, it connives. Cool. That's a solid common for 2. Too Evil to Stay Dead. It is a 2-drop teamwork. Choose target creature card in your graveyard with mana value 4 or less. And if teamwork was spent to cast it, instead choose target creature in your graveyard, return to the battlefield. So it's a 3 mana return value 4 or less. That's not bad. The teamwork 4 is kind of rough to return any creature. I don't know if it will see play. This was good for limited. 3 mana, return something immediately. There hasn't been much milling in black, so I don't know how this will go in limited. Widow's Bite, 2 mana. Choose one if the spell is cast using teamwork. Choose both. Target creature gets Death Touch, or target creature gets -2, -2. Not bad removal. There's a lot of things with 2 toughness we've seen. Not the worst. Not the best. Blazing Crescendo. 2 mana instant, target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library until end of your next turn. You may play that card. That's really that's solid. I like that as like combat trick, push through damage, and it can pseudo replace itself because it's the end of your next turn. That's not bad for a common. I don't know if this will see Pauper play. It could. The only downside is it doesn't give like trample or first strike or anything like that. So I don't know if this will be a Pauper playable card. That's a possibility. Hawkeye Young Avenger, 2/4 for 4. Reach. If a source you control deal non-combat damage to opponent or permanent opponent controls, instead of deals that much damage plus X, where X is Hawkeye's power. So additional 2, sure. Not bad. I don't know if this will see play because it's 4 mana outside of limited. It's just not bad. Hex Magic for 3 mana. Exile all the cards from your hand that draw limited cards. Till the end of your next turn, you may play cards exiled this way. Ugh. It's arcane though. That's important. Fortunately, it's uncommon though, because if it was arcane, then you could play it in Pauper and go with the combo decks that love splicing in the arcane. But I don't know how much this will see play, even in like Storm and stuff that already exist. 4 cost is a little weird for this card. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if this will see much play. Definitely not. I don't like this card at all. Hire Karoo, 2 mana, 3 mana, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace, then creatures control get +1/+0 until end of turn. I mean, great combat trick, I guess, to make a blocker. You can block, or you can push through damage to try to kill someone. It costs 3, so it's a little expensive. This could be Mardu Ketchumars, sure. If your hand is trash and you're trying to look for new cards, it could be a form of card advantage in Ketchumos. Guess you could try it. Hydra Assault Robot, 1/3 for 2. Whenever another villain and or artifact control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. Hey, look! Is this a win con for our favorite deck? Some weapons manufacturing. This triggers weapons manufacturing. Hang ya. We're definitely playing weapons manufacturing come early access next week. Yeah, Charlie, so on Wednesday next week, I am part of the early access creator content event again. So come check out the stream next Wednesday, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific until usually I get tired. We'll see. But Luna words warrior 2/2 for 2. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Not bad. Not bad. 2-drop. It's any artifact on this, yeah. Not just non-token. You're correct. So yeah, if you're on the Discord, throw up like a silly card that you want me to brew around. And I think our brewing day will be next Tuesday, the day before early access, that we spend a couple hours brewing cards. We don't really play Magic. Brewing decks for the next day. And it's kind of chill. Maybe buff that next Monday if I'm around. Maybe we should make next Monday our community challenge day. We haven't had a community challenge in day in like a month and a half, and people keep popping into TikTok and asking me to play with them, and then they leave. It makes all munitions +3 damage depending on how many of those on the battlefield. Yeah, because it's not legendary either. This could also be played in there's the 2-drop from EOE that comes in and makes a lander token, and anytime a artifact is sacrificed, it does 2 damage to each opponent. So this could be another card to go in that deck as well. There are so many that I can't keep. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Charlie. It's just the easiest way to talk to my community off stream without being bombarded in my personal inbox. Copy it 3 steps ahead? Yeah, you can do something like that. Loki Lofison, it's a 2/1 for 2. When you tap for 1, next cast an instant sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Loki's power this turn. Copy that spell. I just wish it was tap 1 and then you could copy it. This card would be a lot better, but... And then power up for 5, put 2/1 counters on Loki. Just Not an exciting card. Gonna move on. 4 mana. This card, this blast deals 5 damage to target creature. If this spell was cast using teamwork, it also does 2 damage to that creature's controller. It's at sorcery speed. I know there is the 5 mana from Lorwyn that had an impact. There's a 5 mana that does 6 damage or makes a creature. It's sorcery speed for 4 mana. I think that's fine as a removal for limited. That's not a bad card. Speed Young Avenger, 2/2 for 2 and haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1. When you do, target creature with haste can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Not bad for like a mono red pump. Decent limited card. Especially if like the super speed card next to it. Not the worst, not the best. I can see it being played. Super speed, 1 red, flash enchant creature. Whenever this enchanted creature gains first strike until end of turn. And then enchanted creature gets +1, +0, and haste. Not bad. There's a lot of enchantments, like I said, a lot of auras in this set. Maybe there'll be a deck built around this. This is another 1 red combat trick, first strike +1, +0. Just got to be aware of that in limited. Call damage control for 2 mana. Choose up to 2. Return those cards from your graveyard to your hand. Artifact, creature, enchantment, or land. Unfortunately, it's sorcery. It's not bad common. Not a bad common. You can get back an artifact and a creature. Artifact, creature, and a creature. Not bad. I kind of like it. I don't know if it's going to be a high pick, but it's not a bad like filler card for limited. I don't know if it's going to cease play anywhere else, but when the heroes clock out, they clock in. Damage control. Giant Growth got a reprint. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Just old school Giant Growth. Makes sense with Giant Ant-Man here. Knight of Wundagore. For 2/1 for 2, trample. Whenever you put a 1/1 counter on another creature, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Ability triggers only once each per turn. Once each turn. Boo. They definitely power creep because you could do dumb things in Pauper with this. It might still see play in like a counter deck in Pauper because you can put a counter on it. You can do a counter on your turn and a counter on your opponent's turn, but it might be too slow. Not a bad card for limited. Powerful Broker, 3/3 for 3. For each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. Activate only sorcery. Sure, if you have poison counters, I give you 1 more. It's okay. Okay, common. I don't know how you could abuse that off the top of my head, but it is what it is. Restorative Technique for 3 mana. Sorcery. Target player gains 2 life. Searches library for basic land. Puts on the battlefield. Then put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Just another 3 mana ramp for 1 land. That's not bad. Doesn't really. These cards kind of don't see play in Pauper, but this card, like this technique paired with Knight, this Knight card could be good as an example. But I don't think this will see much play outside of limited. Training Regimen for 4. Creatures controlled with 1/1 counters on them have trample. At the beginning of combat of your turn, put 1/1 counter on target creature control. This is going to be a high pick card. We see that with Strixhaven right now. There's the 5 mana double green, but the thing is it makes a fractal, right? This doesn't make a fractal. But at the beginning of combat, put 1/1 counter target creature control, and then it gets trample. This can definitely spiral out of control in your favor if the game goes on too long with this on the battlefield. Don't know if it's going to be super high pick because it doesn't make a creature, but we'll see. Aim Synthoids, 1/3 for 2. When this creature enters, surveil 2. Not bad. Herbie Scout Unit, 2/1 for 4. When this creature enters, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield tap. Not a bad common. I guess it's one way to ramp. You have nothing else to do. It replaces itself for 4 mana. I don't know if these cards will see play in Pauper, but they're not bad for what we see here. Looks like that is all of the stuff. At least for today. That was a lot to catch up on. I saw there was the Jumpstart cards or Commander cards. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that a lot of people are really excited about. Yeah, so if you guys see this set icon here, you can't really see the cards, I'm sorry. So it's like the marble and they have this little tower next to it. These are the Jumpstart cards. These cards will not be standard leader unless they're standard already. Be sure to check out for all these Jumpstart cards. So some people were excited because there's a lot of potential. Again, this feels like just a commander set. It's only a commander set. I don't know if this will see play in like Legacy or whatnot, but there's a few cards in here that people are excited about. Like the joke of, I posted this in Discord. Where you had the dinosaur here, where it's like, you can rewrite the DNA on the fly and you're using it to turn people to dinosaurs, but with tech like that, you could cure cancer. And he's like, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. This very old clip from a comic, they actually made it into a card. So it's a 4/4 for 5 flying. When it enters, you can either cure cancer and gain 3 life, or turn people into dinosaurs. By putting a counter on a target creature, it becomes a 5/5 dinosaur. So people were making jokes about that. There's a lot of 2-card combos in here to go infinite, people were talking about. And then the one that has a lot of attention this morning, it's black. Where are you? Scroll for a second here. No, it's not Ultron. Where are you? Not Songbird. Again, none of these are standard legal. Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Oh, there he is. Dr. Doom. For this new Dr. Doom, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Then if your library has no cards in it, you win the game. So this is the first time ever this effect has not been in blue and people are losing their minds. It's a 4/4 for 4. Gotta go have an appointment. Have a good day, Charlie. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Take care of yourself. So yeah, a lot of people have been freaking out about this Dr. Doom because it's finally in a way that's not in blue to do some silly stuff. But that's kind of it. I don't really care if it says that. So let's play some games. Let's play some games and see how I feel. Feeling kind of flat today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so not going to draft this set. I agree. So here's a deck that I was looking at, and then also Buff posted on the Discord. Do we want to play this shenanigans in best of 1 or best of 3? It's just mono red to Nook stuff. We've done this kind of style deck before. Well, even if we find Kavero, if we live long enough for Northwind Avatar Soulguide Lantern, it'd be fine, but I don't know. We can try best of 3 and figure out life or something. One goes first. We have removal, we have Ashling, let's keep it. Looks like my opponent's probably playing Prowess or they're playing Spelementals. Well, let's see if they have counter magic. Let's see what version they're playing. I'm going to get rid of my extra Ashling because I'm not going to need another one. Flow state not turned on. That's good for me. Let's flip this. We can play Overlord here to start burning him in the face. We just have to be aware of this is not an elemental, right? When they start playing crabs and everything. Eulogy, sure. Gonna decline this and play a Northwind Avatar. And I think with this Northwind Avatar, I am going to get Soulguide Lantern. And take this from my graveyard, and then I'm gonna just sack it to get rid of their graveyard. And get them further away from Crab. We have a way to kill this Eulogy at least with this Broadside Barrage, but we just have to worry about like unsummons and stuff. They just trade it for free. Sure, I'll take that. Winter Night Stories, into Winter Night Stories, into... Yep. Now their graveyard is getting filled up again, which is a problem. Well, how do I get out of this? We can try Broadside Barrage on this Eulogy. Do they have counter magic? Well, here goes nothing. Let's see if they have counter magic or bounce. They had, I guess they had 3, sure. Well, this is probably the end then. They have really no way to deal with a 6/6. All this their free spell. Flow state's turned on. We're in trouble, boys. Not gonna attack. Granted, if they have a crab here, then that's what they have. There's the crab. Oh, they have a second crab. Okay, just dead. Cool. Spell Pierce is fine. Soul Guide Lantern's fine. Painful Stroke's pretty strong. Broadside is fine. Not a fire magic matchup. Braid doesn't really hit anything unless they're playing horse. No, they're mono blue, so don't need a braid. Got a Winter Night Stories, take out a Tnuk. Burst Lightning. Try it again. I'll keep this. AI viewers at steambow.com. Wow, that's a... Alright, man. Thanks, Mr. Bot. Alright, I'm gonna throw away this passage because I have too many lands. True Netherland anyways. Sure, man. Sure, man. AI viewers. Wow. That's a new one. Let's see, what do I want to throw away here? Probably the land. Like another land and pass? Winter Night Stories, sure. So then I get to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Guess I can play my Mr. Northwind Avatar boy. Let's get my Tnuk. The next turn I can play this for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can warp my Overlord. They'll hold up Broadside Barrage if they have a counterspell for this. You have a crab with all that mana? Oh, wow. Literally the perfect curve. Luckily, I have an answer here, which is nice. I can throw away stories. I want to hit my guaranteed lands next turn. Hand seems pretty small compared to last game, which is a good sign for us. I'm long and hard about that scry. Oh, there's an Overlord. You have another Disdainful Stroke? Look at that. That's 2 Disdainful Strokes, so that's probably both of them out of the sideboard, unless somehow they have 3. Here's Eulogy. Opponent's missing land drops, at least. If I warp this, I can draw 2, still get Northwind Avatar value. Draw some more cards. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of lands. One, two, three, four, 1, 2. Not quite it. I think I want to get a battleship here because they're light on lands. And so battleship can kill a land and then also kill this Eulogy. So even if I kill a land, it's okay. They're also dead in the air, so they have to do something here about things. We can also Tanuk and Riddler. Let's see, because they would crab, tap this down. This would be 4, 5, so that's not quite lethal yet. Main phase crab, sure. That's a choice. So they have to have another crab. Threw away a bounce off. Show me the counter spell. You have to counter and have crab. Okay. They have exactly that. Sure. So if they have a bounce spell for this Ashling, I'm dead. And I can't beat a perfect curve like that. Like, I can't beat perfect answers, you know? So they have 1 card left. It's a Sunderflock. Okay. This does not have haste, so I just lost. They literally the last card there is wild. All right, man. On to the next game. All right, best of 1 because apparently I can't play best of 3 today. We're playing against that deck. And we're on the draw. Well, there's an Ashling. Let's throw away a Weaver. There's another Ashling. Uh-oh. Time to die. How's it going, Bakugo? Cool. This game is just over. You got me. I'm not gonna waste my life in that. Alright. So this deck makes me not want to play Magic today. So let's try something else, shall we? Only playing Jump these days, not interested in Standard at all. You know, that's an interesting thing, Tobias, because anytime I don't play Standard, no one watches the stream. So I feel like I'm stuck in Standard and I want to play other things. So here we are. Here we are. Right again. You're only viewer. Did I just start streaming? I mean, I'm new to TikTok, but my view count's usually pretty low on TikTok. Seems like an interesting hand to keep. We'll try it. Throw away Star Cage. And hopefully these Surveil lands can do something. I don't know what they're playing, so I'm going to throw that away. I think most of Magic is pretty bad right now. Get out of mood. Alright, I need to play this so I have get out up. What is that weird ass border? What the f... Is that a bug? Huh? Whatever. I'll keep a sleight of hand on top. Give me some card selection. How are you doing today, Bokugo? That border's so weird. I've never seen it before. Most of Magic is pretty bad right now. We're doing a challenge on Monday, if you want to come back on Monday for viewer challenge days. It is Prowess, look at that. And I have the response. That's so nice. We usually have a dedicated day because when a lot of people ask, it gets... Take a flow state. Play tap lands. Washington's not bad. And we'll hold up or get lost for this slick shot. Sleight of hand, sure. It's just easier when I have a dedicated day when multiple people want to play against me, you know? I'm just going to let this happen. If you want to cast anything else... Sure. Let's see, you have protection or not. If you have protection, it is what it is. Oh look, they have protection. You only asked today because of low TikTok views? I appreciate you asking, but again, it's much easier when we have dedicated days to make it happen. What's flow state? Bunch of trash. Let's see if this Mr. Washington can block effectively or not. Eddie Crab. Wow. Sure. You got me, man. Another flow state. Can I flow state into something that matters? Nope. Sleight of hand. Alright, let's pass. Hopefully we can live. Oh my god, a second Eddie Crab? No. Alright. Do you have a favorite anime if you watch anime? Good question. Good question. Wow, this sideboard is weird, but you know, I'm here for it. Let me figure out this really quick. Probably need sleight of hand if I want this to be good. Try this again. There's some good anime. If you're seasonal watcher, there's some good stuff out there. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm having a weird mental day. I'm trying to think about stuff. Like Witch's Hat Altair is good. There's nothing wrong with like ReZero new season. Head and Wand and Sword is pretty good. Been watching Damon's, which is, you know, by the same creator as the one who made Full Metal Alchemist. I do like stuff like Vinland Saga. I've been watching that with my girlfriend. We just finished Delicious in Dungeon together. I go first. Let's keep it. There's some good stuff out there, anime-wise. Also depends, like, because I've seen so much anime, you need... Like, what kind of anime are we talking about? Because there's so much. Get Lost is not bad. Let's just flow state to find a card. I have another flow state, so I don't want to get a consult. I'm going to just get a road, because it's more answers to this board. Oh, those cards were in the shop over the weekend with the weird borders. It's good to know. Vinland Saga is fantastic. She just watched the first 4 episodes with me, and then we'll see if she watches more. Your top 3 is My Hero Academia, Solo Leveling, and 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, hey, we haven't answered that. Look at that. I love it. Solid. Not my cup of tea, but they're decent animes. 3-step set is good, and I want another land drop. Well, I'm gonna erode you. And pay for ward. Do you have protection? Not surprised they have protection. I don't know about good animation on 7 Deadly Sins, because that animation on that show has really gone downhill. Like, that show has really gone downhill on its animation quality. Like, once you get into season 3, the studios just stopped giving a shit. At the beginning, it was good. I agree. But it's not on same par with My Hero Academia Solo Leveling. I am more of the... I like Frieren more than... I think Frieren should have been Anime of the Year over... I'm just gonna draw some cards here. Over Solo Leveling, but to each their own. I think Frieren is one of my favorite animes. Let's see. I'm probably gonna get rid of Seam Rip here because I have double Get Loss. My lady and I finished the whole Frieren series together, and she's just like, "Is there more?" I'm like, "No, this second season just came out." It was kind of funny. All right, let's flow state. Untapped land is not bad because we can. Oh, both of these are good. Because now we can Sage of the Skies and have a blocker, and then we still keep up Get Lost and Flash Freeze. Animation takes a big seat of the story for me. I agree. Eddie Crab, sure. Hopefully you only have one. Okay, they had an answer anyways. Doesn't matter. I should have just let this go and let it attack, and then at their end step get lost it, because we need to hold up Flash Freeze for any of the red creatures, but... Boomerang basics, sure. Let's go to combat. You got me. Let's flow state. Day Judgment. Sage of the Sky is fine. Now we can Sage of the Sky and still hold up Get Lost and Flash Freeze. This is really bad if they have another crab, but... My Hero was good. I definitely had a lot of feels over My Hero. I'm gonna do this before blocks. Okay, it just goes. That's fine. Boomerang my token. Alright, that just means I'm straight winning at this point. Burst Lightning my token. Okay, so I just straight win at this point. I'm not gonna use Flash Freeze on that. Let's just pass. Let's kick our consult. Being really good where we're at now. Another consult and a get out seems fine. Let's kick consult again. I have no man lands over there that I care about, so I'm not going to take Petrified Hamlet. So let's just get removal and consult. Go to combat. They're just passing, so it's probably a land in their hand. So now we just get to do the thing. I'm going to hold up recall and get out. My Hero Made You Cry. I mean, it was a good show. It was a good show. It had definitely the season like ish finales were good. There's a lot of things that were really, really good. Ooh, I get to do the thing now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, I never actually got to do this with Emeritus before. Alright. On to game 3. Unpopular opinion, here I would just... I mean, many people have that opinion, Buff. Not just you. I still don't think I want to be just Shameful Stroke in. It's not worth it just for only Crab. Try it again. Jujutsu Kaisen's really, really good. The latest season was pretty good. I've been enjoying Ascendance of a Bookworm. And yeah, I kind of like those homie style games with like plot, even though it's like political drama and stuff. I like that way better than like Rent a Girlfriend bullshit. One goes first. Sure. They don't have a turn 1, which is kind of good. Don't need another Seam Rip. You don't have Crunchyroll? I use a website that isn't Crunchyroll if you care about that. I think Crunchyroll is a dog shit service, and it's shame on them for what they have done to pirating sites or free websites. That's the one that I currently use. I think I'm just gonna rip this flow state off. It's not gonna do anything. I get Sage's Size, that's fine. And now our next flow state is turned on. Yeah, you can opt all you want. I can't pin it in chat based on the OBS chat, I'm sorry. Boomerang basic slick shot. Sure, man. I'm gonna get 2 interaction spells for this slick shot rather than getting a 3rd flow state. It might be wrong, it might be correct, we'll find out. I can't get out because I don't have double blue up. And they hit me for 1, I'm fine with this. So then at end step, then I will try to kill it. So they most likely have protection, so I'm wasting it now so they don't do 3 more damage to me, which I think is correct. So let's Seam Rip. And now I can Sage this guy's. Sage this guy just beats down this. How do you stream to TikTok? I use a plugin called Stream Elements Multi-Streaming. And I'm able to stream on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and TikTok. Seer my token, sure. That is a lot of things to do to kill my token. I think I am winning at this point, if that's all you have for me. Stallion. I'm going to say no to your Stallion. Anything else? A land? Cool. I'm going to kill your land because I want to get another blue source, and you don't have any man lands that I care about, so I'm just going to do this now. I appreciate you, Seagoat. Hope you're having a good day, man. And let's just pass again. You don't know how to start streaming on TikTok? I believe first you need to have a certain amount of posts. Let's get a land and let's get a flow state. I like flow state. Slide a hand and another land is fine. Get rid of Seam Rip because we have 2 of them. 10 posts is unfortunately probably not enough because you need to have... My requirements was I needed to have 50 posts and 3 of them had to be over a minute long. Good game, opponent. You just got beat out. And they have to... No, they have to be over 2 minutes longer or something like that. And then, because I don't have the 10,000 follower thing, like if you have 10,000 followers or something, you automatically just get into the program. And then it took me like I had to apply and it took them a month later to get back to me. If you just go on TikTok on your desktop and then click on live, it'll tell you the requirements that you need to get started live streaming on TikTok. You found a fan server for that old card game you mentioned? You just played in between getting some work done? Sweet. I hope you're having a good day. Can't keep that. This looks better. Unfortunately, our land's coming to play tapped to not hold up No More Lies. The question, do I want to hold on Seam Rip or Pinnacle Starcage? You're in mobile? I believe it's under your settings and a live option there. I don't know, I went through desktop, I'm sorry. Let's keep this. I'm going to throw away Seam Rip and maybe Pinnacle Starcage will get it done. Alright, I'm kind of done with Skyrim music. Let's change it up. Let's change it up a little bit. Sure, I'll keep my WinCon on top. Ooh, is it mono green? Because this Pinnacle Starcage is going to go hard. Need lands, please. Herd Heirloom. All right. This Pinnacle Starcage is going to go well, isn't it? So I'm going to 3 for 1 my opponent. I have an instant in the graveyard. Unfortunately, we don't have a sorcery for this flow state to be turned on. But I think it's still worth it to crack off this flow state and then hold up No More Lies. Don't say you have main board removal for Starcage. That would be wild. That would be wild. Oh my gosh, they do. Holy shit. You got me, man. Well, my lands have made this hand kind of awkward. I should have probably taken the island over Mr. Washington because then I could have held up No More Lies, but this can't be countered anyways. Well, let's play a 5/5. They do have this put a 1/1 counter and stuff. There's a mutagen token, sure. I'm gonna put that on Sirach. Sure. Block. Last one you need to go live is have 50 followers. Hey, you're almost there. Just post a little bit more and you'll get it. I can do this for 4 at least. And hope they don't have removal. And I get to draw 2 cards off this, which is nice. Perfect. Scavenging ooze, uh-oh. Well, the Seam Rip can take care of it at least. Air 44? That's super close. Just post like once a day for 7 days and it would be pretty easy to get there. I believe in you. I believe in you. Well, the Scavenging ooze is going to go away. No, let's start doing combat. I feel really good where we are. We got through the sea of problems. They have 6 mana. And they're doing nothing. Alright, I'm gonna kick this, still holding up no more lands. Get out is really good. So is another Seam Rip. Just get rid of Michelangelo in case anything else comes up. Let's do that. Azorius Control, doing the Azorius Control things. Bash and pass, and I feel really good. We have multiple versions of counterspells. You killed your opponent with a 6/9 flyer. Kinky. How'd you do that? Opponent's just not doing anything. Sweet. Feels good for me. Just get more card draw, I guess. Sure. More lands, why not? Heck. 2 more turns to go. My opponent probably has another... They're flooding out there, maybe? No, because the system would automatically pass them if their last card was a land, because they already played a land multiple turns in a row. You just checked your 47? 3 more to go. Look at that. Heirloom I don't care about. I could have made a fish there, but I'm just holding up. I don't know what their last card is, and I have full control of this game as long as I don't tap out, so I'm not going to tap out. Flash Whip, Predator Quip, odds. Okay. That's a thing. What do I want? I don't want Aang in this matchup. Could keep Washington still. Take out a little bit of straight removal because now we have Wraths in and try it again. Try again. We find our board wipes in this game main too. I think we'll be alright, but see what happens. Well, the Seam Rip answers a lot, so let's keep it. We can Seam Rip their turn 1. Unfortunately, this doesn't make blue right away, so I'm going to play my tap land. I have nothing else to do. Keep my Wink on top. Heirloom. Not bad. I'm gonna Seam Rip that, though. And hold up my Spell Snare. What is MWM? I don't know what that means, buddy. Ivar. Wait, well, I'm gonna kill the Tyvar, because you don't have another creature to protect it. This Tyvar says you tap another creature to get it indestructible, so let's get that thing off the field while we still can, right? Talent. Sure. I think I just want to flow state and still hold up Spell Snare. We need to find something to do here. Don't need a land, don't need another Seam Rip, so I guess I'll get the counterspell, I guess. Is this the 5-0 league list? Do you mean the Azorius control list for a couple days ago? Yes. Allosaurus Rex. Wow. Get it, buddy. Unfortunately, I'm going 1-for-1 with my opponent a little too much. We beat Prowless, and we're a game up against mono green stuff. Just gonna counter that and be effective with my spells. I hope to find some card advantage. Something. Barrel. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put exile creature come from among them, put the rest of the bottom of your library. I'm reading that. In a random order. If you cast Exile's card this turn at the beginning of the next combat phase, this turn it deals damage, you flip power 1. Okay. Cool card. Doesn't do anything here. I love this. The Rex card. Anytime I played mono green Stompy for a while, and it was a lot of fun. And that was like my end curve, because you can... The cycling is great. It gives indestructible, goes around counter magic. Something to do. It's not something to do. Well, bash in, I guess. Pass the turn. I'm gonna crack this map with the Fountain Port. Draw a card. Another land is not what we want. Another flow state is absolutely what I want. I don't want another land, so I'm just going to take the interaction and jam this Elspeth, and this Elspeth should close out the game. Do the land things and pass. I love flow state. People are calling it the next expressive iteration in Legacy, and everyone knows how good that card was. I'm not going to tick down until next turn, so I'm not too worried about it. And then we can make a fish here, and then that fish, it gets 2 fish. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 damage. When I tick down on Elspeth, or 0 on Elspeth. Harshrews Charm, sure. You got me. Reclamation Sage, sure. Okay. Alright, you get your mana rock back instead of... I don't know if my opponent sees that they're dead on board or not. Turok is a really good card, though. Creature does not have haste, so I'm okay. Red fish, blue fish. Dr. Seuss warned me about this. Alright, let's animate this thing. Make sure I don't mess up and actually put counters on Elspeth. Yeah, my opponent sees it. Good game, opponent. Good game, opponent. On to the next one. How you doing today, Scrubby? It's been a minute. One goes first. Well, this hand is definitely a hand. Let's try it. Momo. Well, that was a good draw. That was a really good draw with that Seam Rip, so we get rid of Momo. Unfortunately, it ruins our curve for next turn, because I really have to get this Archive down. Here's the Shepherd. Glad we got rid of Momo. They're probably going to find another Momo, though. There it is. I'm just going to play this tap. Erode is not bad. He's back. Flying Rat. Oh, they missed a land drop. I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna hold up 3 steps ahead. I was thinking I should Star Cage, but I want to get more value than just this one Momo, and they're missing land drops, so again, counter something that's more impactful like that, like this Hylia. Get out's a pretty good draw. So we get to keep up Consult or Get Out here. I don't want to cast Erode. Okay. Momo player missed too many land drops and gave up. So should probably bring in... Do I want Sage of this, guys? I could bring in Sage this guy, take out Aang, bring in Day Judgments. Washington's fine. Spell Snare's fine. Let's take out some Sleight of Hands. Elspeth doesn't really do anything here. Try it like that. What is MVM? Weirdos. Ugh. Hey, so far, I beat the best deck in the format with this deck. That means something, right? That means something, right? Midweek Magic. Okay, then what is MVM? Alright, let's try gaming this. This hand is again awkward because of our tap lanes. No turn 1 Momo, please. Okay, that's not too bad, but I think I still want to get rid of that. I know what you can do with that. Midweek Magic and Jump In feel the same, but they're not the same. What are you on? Shock In. Okay. Boy, my tap lane to pass. I don't know what they shocked that in for, but... Sure, you got a Momo. Into a Sage of the Skies. Yeah, you got it. Now we can Pinnacle Star Cage, get rid of Momo and the token. Sure, you have a 2-3. Oh no, it's an actual copy. Oh well. Just hope I don't get punished from that, but I probably will. No lands. Alright, well. Gotta find a land. Hold up Spell Snare. Oh, I don't have blue! Okay. Okay. Alright. I have my own Sage of the Sky, I guess. You have an Erode? You want to Erode my Sage of the Sky so I can get mana? Okay. I have 1 or 2 more turns to get out of this, or I'm dead. There's a land. Alright. Another land would be nice for this other Sage of the Skies. Alright, this is net neutral because they're not attacking all out, so I'll take it. Untap land, please. Untap land, please. Nice. Momo's not doing anything anymore, so let's play this and play Sage of the Skies. And clog up the ground a little bit. I'm just going to attack with the fish. They're probably going to pump up this with the both map tokens, and I'm going to triple block. What also I can do is get out and pick up both my Sage of the Skies. Next turn would make more blockers. That's a lot of lands for the Momo player. Team rip on my Team rip or my token. Ah, yeah. You learned the hard way as well that this is a 3 drop token. You want to take my fish? Alright, you got my fish. Flow state is great. I'm gonna hold this get out for this this Riddler that's about to come down. There he is. Counter target creature spell. Sweet. Fortunately, there's no sorceries in my graveyard. Oh well. No, there's a sorcery now. Into consult? Oh, baby. That's good. Let's just pass. I have infinite blockers over here. Just hope that they bricked for another turn. Shepherd is not a brick. Wow. Yep. What a draw. Because now they can Starfield, bounce Starfield, and get a lot of 1-drops. Yeah. I really wanted to get that, but I have to kill this Starfield Shepherd. I really want to get my Emeritus, and I wanted all those card draw spells, but if that Starfield Shepherd went off, I wasn't winning this game. So. Alright, you got your Seam Rip back. Hylia, that's really bad for me. You want to attack? Starfield. Not the worst draw. Pass. So if they want to play Hylia and attack, at least I can block with everything. If you want to kill your creature to draw a card, you can. Alright. Okay, they were just passing. That's a good sign. Let's make a treasure. Get Lost is not a bad draw. Just pass and hold up Get Lost. Alright, I'm gonna draw a card and try to get something to do here. Sure. Another Starfield Shepherd off the top is exactly what I didn't want to see. And now they get to draw a card with Hylia, because I'm going to give them 2 map tokens. Oh, I like a counter war. I like a counter war. Alright, so now Hylia's gonna draw a card. Riddler on top. Bro, please give me something to do. And I know our Meridus is at the bottom there, so. Okay. On to the next game. Just a lot of nothing there for the last several turns. Just a lot of nothing there for the last several turns. Let's bring in Stroke. Take out Start Cage and try it again. Maybe we can get a little better on our card draws there. Well, I get to go first this time. Not a bad curve. Hopefully we can get some land drops to go with it. Sure, that's a decent draw. Let's keep that. No one drop. That's really good for me. Now we just need to get some lands to hit this Consult. Not going to deal with it. I'm just going to counter this. Get out of my way. What's the advantage of not playing red in this deck? By doing something different? I don't know. Gonna take out the drum right now. It's gonna be a problem. Sometimes we just want to play Azorius Control Kami and not always play Jeskai Rev. No one drop. Sweet. Missed my land drop. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. If they do, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. There's a land. Should have probably played the Archive first. But doing this way, now I can counter with 3 steps ahead. Very CGB in me. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to feel some emotions for playing Magic the Gathering sometimes. I know it's kind of hard to get that. I wanted to find something else besides typical Jeskai Rev, right? Let's make a fish. My opponent is doing absolutely nothing over there, which is kind of weird. I'm going to play my tap land and still hold up both of our Disdain. Seam Rip is fine because I have another land. If they don't do anything, we can sack this fish to draw a card. Don't get me wrong, Jeskai Rev is one of the better counter win cons that we've had in a while. But this list went 5-0, and I was like, hey, let's do something different. You know? True. But that's splashing black. At that point, we should just be Esper control. Requisition raid, sure. I'm not going to counter that. I don't care. There's a Sage of the Skies. I'm gonna counter this because I have my own Sage of Skies next turn, and we just want to get that thing off the, like, it's a problem. So let's deal with the problem. Hopefully they don't have No More Lies, because I can't deal with that. So let's Steam Rip, get rid of Momo. Get protection for Momo? Or bounce for Momo? Parting Gust, sure. So they're now tapped out, which is nice. And I can play Disdainful, hold up Disdainful Stroke. That fish is not blocking, so. I do like Deadly Cover-Up taking all the forest from a mono green landfall player. Feels really good. Don't want to attack. Coward. Alright. I will pass myself. Gonna sack this fish for drawing a card. Steam Rip to get rid of Momo doesn't hurt. If they have another Parting Gust, then sure, I don't care. Any more success? I don't know. We haven't really revisited that deck, so Mr. Washington's pretty good. Attacking is net neutral, not worth it. We'll make a treasure. And we're going to pass, hold up Mr. Washington for a bit. We're exactly where we want to be right now. I assume that they have No More Lies in their hand, so I got to play around it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this for 4. Play around No More Lies. Okay. Let's just pass. I like my hand right now. Don't need to do anything silly. Leah, sure. Daydream. I'm going to say no to that and kill Hylia in response. It's a 1-drop, so I can't spell snare that. Hey, Senshi, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Long time no see. There's a Sage of the Sky? Sure. Can't stop that. Prepping for finals? Why are you prepping for finals? Avatar's Wrath. Okay. Kept it on top. Interesting card. I didn't know you were taking classes right now. Didn't know you went back to school. Look at you go. Taking classes until December. And what? What's the point? What's the purpose of you going back to school? Alright, let's sacrifice this token. Draw a card. Alright. Let's demo field this. Get a card off Mr. Washington. Just getting a graduate certificate in nonprofit management. Nice. So I take it that's going really well. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's a card. Ooh, that's a card. Hold on, I gotta sit up in my chair for a minute. Just flow state. Get lost is really good. See if they want to quad block me. Perfect. Now I get to kill the Sage of this guys, and then now I get to kill all their little guys. And I think that's winning at this point. Now we have Get Out to bounce both of our creatures if they want a Wrath, too. Quantum Wheeler. No. I'm just gonna turn the corner as fast as possible. Hold up all of our spells. Gain some life. Pass the turn. Oh, it feels good. Yeah, you get a Momo. I have a Seam Rip for Momo, so I don't care what's on top for them. You'll be glad when the term is done you took a full credit load? I mean... Are you still working in the meantime, too? What's going on? Alright, Seam Rip is enough to win the game. What a close game. What a close game. Turn sideways. Good game, opponent. Hey, we ranked up. Look at us. Yeah, my lady is looking at going back to school. She needs to do some core work before she can apply to master school. And she's working on that process right now. Way too busy? Yeah, I know how that feels. But, you know, hopefully she has better luck going back to school. I don't know. She has an advisor appointment this week. She wants to do psychology. So be like a school psychologist. Opponent goes first. Sure, we can try it because we have sleight of hand into flow state. I want to get my land drop. They missed a land. Okay. See if they have Spell Snare. They don't. All these are good, but I think I want to make sure I hit my land drop because I'm probably playing against control and they kept a bad hand, so I'm just going to take the lands and be proactive. Okay, thanks, opponent. So the question is, do you think they are control or do you think they're prowess? Which one do you guys think it is? Chat, I'm going to leave that one up to you because it changes how I sideboard. You should try out Shahar Sultai list. Yeah, put it in the Discord. I'll give it a shot. Natural Wonders Land Cycle looks great. Which one's that, Tobias? Definitely needed, but hard to think about right now. Yeah, it's been rough. So hopefully she can work on the program and I can support her doing that. You know, be there when she needs it or listen to her homework ramblings. So what do we think it is? Do we think it's control or do we think it's prowess? Either way, Aang is not it. I can bring in Flash Freeze. In both matchups, I'm going to bring in Flash Freeze. So why don't I just do that? And if it's control, I bring in Disdainful Stroke. If it's prowess, I bring in Sage's Guy's game 2. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. Because I don't know what they're playing. It's a basic land artwork cycle featuring real... Oh, I haven't heard that. Let me look at it up. Natural Wonders Land Cycle MTG. Where is this? Is it this you're talking about? Is this what we're talking about, Tobias? Sunken Citadel with a Fountain Port. Sure, this is great against control. Well, they didn't play anything. They just gave up, so. I'm going to play a Surveil Lymph. Give it out on top. I still don't know what they're playing. Because then we can go Verge turn 2, hold up, get out, and Flash Freeze. So far, Bluff makes me think they're Prowess. Great Hall makes me think, I don't know. They could be 4-color control. Where are they in the shop? They look pretty cool. Flow state, I don't care about that. They could still be either Prowess or Control. Which I think is funny. Seam rips are really bad here. But at least we're hitting our land drops. And we can consult an end step. Let's play a game. Let's see if that negates. Storm Chaser makes me think they're Prowess. If that resolved, we have Seam Rip for talent. Missed my land drop. Alright. Prowess playing Great Hall is interesting, though. Wisdom? Aw? Aw? Is it the, like, Lessons control deck that's been going around? But why would they be playing Flow State and Wisdom? Just gonna No More Lies this. That's wrong. I should Flash Freeze and hold up No More Lies for whatever their next spell is. And I have 2 consults, so I'm gonna try to find my land drop. It's really important. Quench, sure. If I get an untapped land, I'm slamming this Elspeth. Well, this Petrified Hamlet turns off Great Hall, so... Unfortunately, I'm tapped out now, and I can't play Spell Snare or Road, so this is their turn to do something. Thunder Bundles? Cool. They didn't do anything. That's good for me. Now I can't really play Elspeth into an open board. If they are playing Lessons, they could have just like a lot of removal in their deck. Just gonna counter this. They didn't do anything last turn, so that was probably their top deck. And I can still hold up Spell Snare. But I really wanted to get cards deeper with this 3 steps ahead. I don't know what my opponent's doing. It's like a Prowess, Lessons. I don't know what they're doing. I think I still boarded correctly, still being blind. Store. Oh, it's right here. Green Game Jam, Natural Wonderlands. You know what? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? I didn't want to draft anyways at Marble, so that's what I was saving my gems for. Let's change our land base anyways. Have a break from these full art lands that I use all the time. Cool cheetah. That island is really pretty. Swamp is pretty. I don't know about the mountain. That one's really pretty. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So what do you guys think of the Azorius Control deck so far? We'll play one more of Azorius Control, and then if Kami can find the deck list from Shahar, and we'll give it a shot. I don't know. Just feeling kind of low energy today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. It's been a couple weeks. It's just guy at home. I mean, it's something different. So far, we're undefeated. We are 4-0 with it. We have beaten Momo, we've beaten Prowess, we've beaten Green, we've beaten whatever the fuck that just was. I You know, just trying to play a control deck that isn't playing Jeskai Rev, even though Jeskai Rev is the objectively the better one. You posted it? Well, the game told me we're done playing Azorius Control, so let's check out your deck. Alright, what is this pile? Control? Question mark? Let's call it control question mark. Oh, it's just a Professor Dillion pile with Unholy Annex and Pharaoh Core. We played this so much on stream. Maze Mind Tome and Together one is interesting, though. It's a sign. It's a sign to play a next deck. It's a sign to play. Even though I had fun with that Azorius Control. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's try this one, though. Swap it up for a few minutes. Turn 1 Duress? Sure. I'm doing nothing else besides it, though. It might be a bad hand to keep. Where's Eugene? I don't know. It's Shahar's deck. Well, Duress against the control player. I'll just take the card that's annoying. I should probably take their ramp and not care about Pharaoh Core being countered, but it's whatever. There's Tablet. They're just throwing it out there. Alright, let's get Unholy Annex down. Start getting some advantage here. Data Black Sun does nothing in this matchup. Let's hope they don't have a counter spell for this core. Sure. Even if I played Deceit, it would have been countered. Well, it looks like I get to double Deceit here, but the downside is if they don't have Jeskai Red Mana, that's good. Well, let's Deceit, check out your hand. Lightning Helix my face, sure. What do you got? A road. That seems like a bad decision, because you just gave me a land. Alright. Now I'm going to kill your tablet. Okay. Okay. Now we just need to make a demon here, and we'll be alright, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Alright, let's just check what you drew. Cool. I like it. Alright, Duress, get in here. Let's take in Heists, Vendetta, Day of the Black Sun. Maybe it Together is one out. I like all this hand disruption. Hex probably is really bad here too. Arcane Omens is funny. Maybe one Intimidation Tactics to try to get their artifact early on, because they don't play any creatures, right? But this would stop their ramp as like a one of. I guess Urgent is also not bad because we can kill their ramp. Just one in Tactics for good luck. Try it again. Professor is really good. We've been saying it for a while. Goes first. Let's keep it. Maybe Shoot the Sheriff is bad, and I should keep my board wipes in. That's probably a misplay on my part. Alright, let's see what you got. Stoic Sphinx. Let's take that card, shall we? There's a stock up, sure. Love to get to 5 mana so I can just Arcane Omens my opponent. Ooh, Tactics is not bad. Alright. We're doing something here. There's their stock up. Yeah, they're just trying to rush the Jeskai Red mana, and then hopefully they tap out next turn, and I can Arcane Omens them. I can't play Professor. Feels bad, man. Alright, well, rip apart your hand again. Wow, that's a lot of shit. So let's take the card that wins the game. This threw me off. I thought it was a green source in there for a second. But us missing a land drop to play Professor there is really bad. There's a land drop. Alright. Discard 5 cards, please. Hopefully they did not draw No More Lies. Hopefully they did not draw No More Lies. Cross your fingers. Oh my god. Let's go. Oh, they are a flashback deck. I was thinking of bringing a strategic because they're a flashback deck, but oh, feels good to make. Discard 5 juicy cards. Now we just need a green source for this Professor. Oh, this is awkward. This is super awkward. Stoic Sphinx, sure. Oh, I can kill it with Shoot the Sheriff. Because you casted another spell this turn. Oh, I'm glad I kept Shoot the Sheriffs in. Still looking for a green source for this Professor. If anything, I'm going to hate their hand still. Do you have a flashback you got? Oh, look at that. Like, I know what's going on. Oh, no. Alright, show me what you got. Do you want to road my deceit? 2 inevitable defeats. Well, that's rough. I'm gonna kill my Professor right away. Oh my goodness, please get in with Great Hall. Oh, I love landoing the control opponent. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Oh, wait. Hand, can you do something for me, please? Please and thank you. Alright, there's a duress. Love to see it. Sacrifice this land to draw a card. Yeah, you got it, man. This Professor, if it came down on turn 4, would have been so amazing this game, but... Ooh. How many lands does this deck play? 25? I don't know why I shocked that in. I'm an idiot. Because they just have the Thunder Magic in their hand. Whoops. Well, they touch their graveyard, so they probably have another flashback, which is a problem. Sure. Animate that land. Can't do anything about that. Oh my gosh, a green source. Hell yeah.
Sit down. I'll hit. Go ahead.
Ooh, and then we get a core too. Sure, sure, sure. Sure, sure, sure. We're doing something. We're doing something. Main phase, Mr. Washington. Oh, that's brutal. That's a really good top deck.
Some lessons are painful.
Well, we're getting our card advantage spells. Maybe a little too late, but we're getting them. So we can play this Unholy Annex, start draining my opponent. There's another one, that's really good. But my opponent has now refilled their hand after I ate apart their hand, which is a problem. Main phase Meringue. They were just like an interesting version of like all spicy stuff. All spicy stuff. They could have found another inevitable defeat, so they could, what, defeat something? No, they're just going to tablet instead. Oh, there goes a defeat. Feels good. Feels bad for my opponent, but feels good for me. Shock that in. Okay. They had the land. Yeah, got me.
Learn something useful.
Guess we can bounce the tablet. It's probably wrong because I give them more advantage, but that's fine. Yeah, because they just get to replay it for an extra card, and that's a mistake. But they have one unknown available. I don't know what it is. And if they go after Professor, that's less life at me and more the Professor, which is really good. More damage to target creature. They need 6 mana total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5, so they can't kill this Deceit yet.
Never take growth for granted.
Now we can Unholy Annex and make a demon right away, and I just hope that they don't have a board wipe. And if they do, they do. If not, whatever. Drain you. Another land is not good. But hey, we finally hit our land drops in a row, which is nice. With our card advantage engine thing. Can't block that. It has Menace. But my opponent has seen a lot of cards at this point. We already took a Deadly Cover-Up. Okay. Magic has been really weird today. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Thanks, I guess. I don't know what to... Those were some weird games. Those were some weird games. I think I played that okay. What do you guys think? I go first. Sure, let's keep it. If we get a land, it's really good. Because we can just start going off with our Annexes and Paradox Cores. And we have at least 1 point of removal. I really need to draw land or I'm in trouble. Oh my gosh, these are outlaws. Fuck me. Really need a land drop. Really need a land drop. Well, that's probably game. I'm not going to show them anything else, because sure, that hand was greedy, but against Boros Burn should be fine, but you know, here we are. Throw away some cards and try it again. Little frustrating, but part of Magic, this deck has been kind of questionable on its land draws so far. Here, let's keep this hand. Wow, that's definitely a hand they have over there. Wow. That's gonna take away their Boros Charm probably with this duress. What we're looking for? Sure, you burst lightning my face. That wasn't the card I was taking anyways. Good old Boros Burn. Well, we have perfect information on their hand at least. And we need to find our Annex, and I think we just win the game at this point. Their hand is pretty mediocre. And this Fair Core, at least I can hold up, shoot the Sheriff. First lightning, sure. You got me. Lightstall. Sure, you can get my Deadly Cover-Up. There it is. And I could take 2 damage from Inquisitor for a turn. I can hold up, shoot the Sheriff for a Dragon. I think that's more important than playing this Day of Black Sun and killing this Lightstall. Sure, I'll take a little damage. Alright, there's another Unholy Annex. Let's do the thing. I don't think Burn can keep up with this. Yeah, you burst lightning my face. I'm at 9. I'm now at 13. Still worried about a dragon. Yeah, Burn can't beat double Unholy Annex Drain per turn. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. Throw it back. Throw it back. And we're just waiting and slowly, like, dying. My opponent knows what I'm playing now, so they're probably like, how do I even sideboard against this? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is a decent starting hand. Let's keep it. Hopefully I don't have a 1-drop. I'm gonna hold up this Hex. We have nothing to do on turn 2 besides play this Cottage. Black mana. Oh, they must have the Fling card. Alright. Well, at least we get Feridakor and Unholy Onyx again. Alright. What is standard today? Hello? Hello? My head hurts, man. My head hurts, man. Sure, let's keep this. We have to play Ba Sing Se on turn 1, though. Because we don't have a basic. So weird to have Ba Sing Se in here, but, you know. Lanrolf. Never mind, it's not too weird. So I'm just going to Hex now that we have a basic. Slow them down a little bit. Next turn we can play Deceit and look at their hand, see what's going on. Then we have a bunch of board wipe to interact with my opponent. Gene Pollinator, sure. Show me what you got. Well, that's an interesting hand. It's like Ouroboros practice offense. I guess I shouldn't have taken Paw Patch Recruit because I have Dea Black Sun. That was wrong of me. That was really wrong of me. But it's gonna pick apart their hand, I guess. New set rare. I like the new set rare lands. I think they're a good design. Badger Mole, sure. And just throw off practice offense right now to push some damage around. Guess not. At least I can wipe up their board. And we get to start over. Their hand is very anemic, at least. And we can deadly cover up, like, say if they play an Ouroboros right now, or Leatherhead. What should I take? What should I take? Practice offense, maybe? Just to get it out of my way? Oh, they're the Bright Glass deck. One Shardsmaid Rescue is important. And the land we call is Abandoned Air Temple. 3 Sirocs, 2 more Leatherheads. Cool. If they top deck a Leatherhead here, there's really nothing I can do about it. That's the other card I was looking at taking, because we can't really deal with this card well, even if we have a Giant Deceit at least. Look at that. You like to attack with your Leatherhead. I will block. No. I will attack then. Play another Deceit. Bright Glass, that's a hell of a top deck. Wow. Alright. Opponent is good at Magic? No kidding. Especially those draws. Should have taken Leatherhead. Because now they get to fight one of my Deceits with this Leatherhead. Yep. Opponent's better at me in Magic, I guess. Then they can pick up the Maelstrom Resolve if they want to, and then replay it and kill my other Deceit. Cool. It's dead on board. What a dumb... Sure, man. Take some questionable removal out. I need to top deck better? Yeah, you're not wrong. I need to play better. Do I want Revenant here? Probably not. Just should have taken Leatherhead and not care. Because they have no board state. I shouldn't care about the card that has no board state. I need to care about the card that I can't kill directly without a board wipe. And that was my punt. Should have bounced your own deceit with the second one. I didn't have double blue. Well, let's try again. Sure, let's try it. It has a chance to do something, has a chance to do absolutely nothing. It's not a good draw. I need a land or the game is over. Need a land or the game is over. Magic has been so weird today. Need a land or the game is over. At least it's something I can play. They kept a really trash hand too. Wow. I lose to this. I don't. It is what it is, I guess. Top Tech Paw Patch Recruit. Well, if I draw a land, I can wipe the board. Draw a land, wipe the... Okay. Sure. I think this hand was perfectly fine to keep. Why is this deck just not doing anything? Like, this... Cool. Enjoy your free wins there, opponent. Go to the next one. It's just so fucking stupid, man. Hey. Leatherhead is strong? Yeah, I should just taken it in game 1. That was my punt and gave my opponent free game. Game 2 was just that hand with a lot of interaction, and I need third land. I think that was a just fine keep. Magic was being magic. Sure, maybe I should mulligan because it might be half greedy, but we hit 3 lands there, the game is over, like on the spot. I can't miss lands for, what, 5 turns in a row? And expect to win a game of Magic. Leatherhead is really strong, I agree. Hello, opponent. Okay. Starting off strong, I see. Oh, look, it's either Prowess or Spelementals again. Nice. Why you wouldn't have taken it? Well, they did top deck extremely well. Let's play a Deceit and see what my opponent is playing. That's part of Magic, right? Better lucky than good at the end of the day. I'm gonna take the Stallion, so they are Spelementals. Now the question is, or I guess quote-unquote Prowess. Question is, with their version of Prowess, are they playing with Crab or not? Because his hand does not answer Crab very well. Well, there's Slick Shot, which we know of. So usually they've been playing Stallion and Slick Shot lately. Not much of anything else. At least we have an answer to the Slick Shot and this Hex, as long as these last two cards aren't protection. Elusive Otter, sure. Play out your Slick Shot. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to take a lot of damage this turn. Yep. Could be dead. We found our lands this game, at least, right? One to the top. That's a bad sign for me. That's a bad sign for me. Sleight of hand, sure. So I'm effectively done on board, right? If they go for it. Yep. I fucking hate this deck. Like, I had so many opportunities there to win the fucking game. And that is just kind of consistent with this deck. That is kind of consistent with this deck. I just needed one form interaction. If I didn't kill the Otter the previous turn, then I could have made... Let's see, hold on. If I didn't kill the Otter and wasted it on the Flyers, then I would have lived one more turn and then been able to Wrath. Sure. Sure, you got me there, chat. Like, the inconsistency of this deck is just brutal, man. Let's do rest first. Their hand is garbage. Why did you keep that hand? Whatever. What do I know? I'm gonna take the Color Storm Stallion here. I have Hex for the Otter, so I don't care about that. Would love to get an untapped land so we can play Unholy Annex. There's the Otter. You gonna go for it? They are. Please give me a land drop. You gave me so many land drops last game. Give me a land drop. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, deck. Now, We got a land, good. Now we just have to live for a couple turns to stabilize for me losing a lot of life here through Unholy Annex. Okay. Need another land drop, please. I got my land drop. I'm worried about dying in one turn, so I'm not going to cast anything. First lightning in my face, sure. That would have been nice. Close state, a heck of a top deck. I have to worry about bounce spells now when I play this demon. Like they don't have anything. Felidar Core is really good because even if they bounce this demon, maybe this core will live for this Unholy Annex, so we can go Annex Felidar Core next turn. Growl, Cackling Wit.
Laugh all you want. I'm still the master.
Doing that for card draw, I assume?
I'll just invent a solution.
Find the bounce. I found the bounce. Look at that. Alright. We're gonna do the thing we talked about. And let's see your hand, see if you drew a creature or not. Spell Pierce, sure. Well, I am tapped out, unfortunately, but now the Drain game is going. Do you think the supposed Ocarina of Time remake gets announced tomorrow? I haven't heard anything about that. Where would this announcement be at?
It's time to embrace the local culture. Together we can shift the current.
That's a good draw. Oh, I need to play my land first. No, they have Spell Pierce. I fucking know about it too. No! I'm just punting left and right.
I can invent.
My land of sadness. My land of sadness. Unless they have a second Spell Pierce and it doesn't matter. Sure.
Exactly what I need.
Sure. Now this Row's gonna ultimate here soon. Ooh, Deceit is really good. Because then I can bounce this Row and take it. Nintendo Direct tomorrow, 10 Eastern. Cool. I have been not up to date on Nintendo after Nintendo reached the Switch 2 because they continue to do really bad games and really predatory services and all the things that went over with Pal World. I don't have hope for Nintendo right now. Threw away Colorstorm Stallion. Interesting. Boomerang my core, sure. That's bad for me because now I can't bounce Ral.
Another genius.
Oh, they're going all in, aren't they? One, two, three, 1, 2. So we can play this. Play this. Drain you again. Betrayal is not a bad draw here. And then hopefully they don't bounce core again, so I can play this Deceit and bounce this Ral. This Ral is keep him in the game. even though they had counter magic for Together as one, they would have gotten Ral out of range anyway, so he'd still be on board. I would just draw more cards. Storm Chaser's talent, yep.
I can invent.
So does that, they're gonna get back Boomerang basics. Luckily we have this Betrayal in our hand, which is nice.
For information.
But Ral has gotten so many cards this game, it's kind of gross. It's an opt, so they're not getting anything back, which is good.
Time to embrace the local culture.
As an Xbox person, I think Microsoft's yes, Microsoft has been going in a great direction with the new CEO. Everyone was hating on her because she was all about AI, and now she's in the company. She's doing opposite of everything that people were worried about.
Oh yeah. Hands coming together.
I like the direction where Microsoft is currently going. Hell, they just had an Opera moment this past weekend where everyone that had an Xbox Pass at the event got a free Xbox. My opponent's digging. They're definitely digging. Let's bring in Urgent. Alright, what else should I cut? I'll just throw it like this. I'm not going to think hard about it. Sweet anniversary Xbox 2? Nice. You want to switch to the expensive games, game key cards under... yeah, Ocarina of Time is not enough to make me buy one. I will just do like what I did on stream and port it when I played Majora's Mask shortly. Or I did that a couple months ago, I think. Opponent goes first. Sure, we'll keep this. Fortunately, it's a little slow, but my opponent's hopefully setting up the first couple turns, and then we have double Hex on turn 2. Oh, it's going to be really annoying if they just go Boomerang basics, Storm Chaser's talent, but nothing I can do against the best turn 2 in the format. I need to stop calling my opponent's plays. Look at that. Look at that. Take a look at their hand because I'm scared of their hand. Can't deal with another row. Need to get... Again, we're in a position where we need to hit land 3 or we lose the game. Cool, now we have a ramp. If they have Spell Pierce here, we just lose the game. Sure. So if I was worried about that, I should have played Revenant and thought about my turn more. Wow, Jesus. Sure, man. My opponent is proving yet again why they are the best deck in the format, and Wizards is just okay with it. This needs to go. It needs to go for a while. Sure, man. You got me. So sure, I made a mistake by not playing Revenant over Annex or between my ramp, but then again, we were already behind on board at that point, and there's no like, oh my god, this resolves kind of issue. Like if it resolves, we had a chance. If it doesn't resolve, we lose, kind of thing. Going for the high play to try to win. I'll go first. We'll keep this. Doesn't really do much, but we'll keep it. The only people playing best control right now is the 4-color control decks as like a sideboard card. No one's really playing a black-white land base right now. Because it's just not strong enough. Shark Boy. Wow. Yeah. Oh, this game is really, really rough. There's an academic. And they can throw away the Bloodghast if they have another land in their hand. Now all Bloodghasts are online for the rest of the game. I think I'm just dead doing this play, but I'm going to do this anyways. Because this way we can turn off the Bloodghast, go to 11.
Thank you.
And hopefully they put a lot of pressure on Professor rather than my face. Glad I did, there's the land. But it's kind of dead anyways. Go to my face, sure. I have one out here. And that's not it.
What you've learned.
Let's take all the stuff out. That doesn't really matter. Not really a duress matchup. Try again like that. This looks a little better. We can play this land on turn 1 and not have to worry about doing life damage to myself. This is a way better hand. Finger that paralyze over long distance. Oh yeah. Those were fun in Elden Ring. My opponent mulliganed to 5. So you're saying there's a chance. That's another Hex. That's really good for me. Because then next turn we can Faradoc Core and hold up Hex. Cool but rude. Yeah, that's a good card. I wonder if they're playing Cool but rude and not Endurance. Like if they're playing the stock Mardu list that's been going around. Well, I got to remove for Enti. And then now we start getting card advantage with our Unholy Annex and get the drain going. And I like where we're at a lot. Especially with this second removal spell we just drew. Yeah, good call, Kami. You're one of the first that actually knew this song. If I just make a demon, can they deal with it? I don't think so. Like, I have a 6/6, good luck. And then next turn I can animate my Reef and kill them. Yeah, okay. That was way better game. Way better game. Let's keep it. I mean, yeah, you can't be forever perfect tank creature. You gotta get punished for it. Can't keep this. This looks a lot better. No one drop, please. Gosh dang it. What 2-drop do you got? Another Moon Shadow. Well, in response, I will kill your Moon Shadow. Kinda have to. Time Caller. Ooh. Am I excited for any recent game announcements? No. Honestly. Honestly, no. Like, a lot of the games coming out don't seem too amazing. Doing this grows Moon Shadow, which makes me feel bad, but I want to get that academic out of here. Like, there's just nothing on the list that excites me lately. I'm sorry. You know, you get teased about Grand Theft Auto 6 for a decade. You get teased about Elder Scrolls 7 for 2 decades. You know. I'm gonna play this Pharaoh Dark Core and then get a big day of Black Sun, hopefully, on this next turn. The bad side about this is Bloodghast is now online. And at least they just played a land so they don't get Bloodghast back. But hopefully this just staves off the bleeding long enough. Cruel but rude, yeah. Well, I need to start draining them, so. Whenever you discard a card, yeah, seems good. Time Caller is in. If I get an untapped land, I can deadly cover up and take all these Time Callers. That's like the dream right now. Exiling Bloodghast is pretty big there. And now I'm effectively at 2 life with this attack. Uh-oh. Cool but rude. Oh, I'm just dead on board, aren't I? Because I just discard. Cool. I'm just dead. Just... How many games today? I'm just being cucked by my land base, man. Okay, I think that's it for me today, boys. I'm getting frustrated at Magic, and at that point, it's not fun anymore. So, I will be back tomorrow, and we can see what happens then. I hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow at the normal time. Take it easy. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow.